You walk in the door after a long day and there it is, again. Fresh claw marks right down the arm of your favorite chair. It is so frustrating, right? And it feels like your cat is just out to destroy your stuff. But what if I told you that pretty much everything you think you know about why they do this is wrong? Seriously, your cat isn't trying to ruin your couch. They're trying to talk to you. And by the end of this, you are going to understand their language perfectly. So let's get right to it. Why the couch? Why that one specific spot on the rug? It almost feels personal, doesn't it? Like a targeted strike on the one piece of furniture you actually like. You've probably tried it all, the spray bottles, the sticky tape, and yet nothing changes. Well, today we are going to solve this mystery for good. And hey, if you're pulling your hair out over this, you are in very, very good company. Research shows that a whopping 70% of cat owners say scratching is one of their biggest behavioral headaches. That means literally millions of us are looking at shredded furniture, all asking the exact same question: why? Okay, here is the single most important thing you need to know. This is the big reveal. It has almost nothing to do with destruction. It's communication. And it's not simple communication either. It's incredibly sophisticated. Every single one of those scratch marks is a word, a sentence, in a language you just haven't learned to speak. Until now. All right, first things first, we have to tackle the biggest myth of all. We've all heard it a million times. Oh, cats just scratch to sharpen their claws. It's become the default answer, but honestly, that's only a tiny, tiny fraction of a much cooler story. So just look at this breakdown. That whole sharpening their claws thing, that's maybe 20% of the motivation. The other, massive 80%, that's all about complex communication, stuff driven by instinct, emotion, and marking their territory. For years, most of us have been focusing on the least important part of the behavior. And don't just take my word for it. Dr. John Bradshaw, a top anthrozoologist from the University of Bristol, puts it perfectly. He says this isn't just about claw maintenance. It's one of the most advanced forms of communication out there. You should think of your cat less like a vandal and more like a graffiti artist, leaving these incredibly detailed messages all over their turf. So what are these secret messages? Well, your cat is basically speaking in a language that we humans can't see or smell. They are quite literally writing invisible notes all over your house, using a biological superpower we just don't have. So how on earth are they doing it? Here is the secret weapon: interdigital glands. You see, tucked right there between your cat's little toe pads are these amazing scent glands. And every single time they stretch out and drag their claws, those glands release a totally unique chemical signature. It's packed with information. It's like they're leaving behind an invisible business card that says, "Fluffy was here, all is well, this is my spot." And scratching is like a Swiss Army knife for cats. It does so many things. I mean, look at this list from the International Cat Care Organization. Yes, okay, claw health is on there, but it's also a visual territory marker and a scent marker. It's a full body stretch for their muscles and tendons, and it's an emotional outlet. They'll scratch when they're excited to see you or even to blow off a little stress. And this is why your couch is public enemy number one. Cats are brilliant strategists. They don't pick random spots. They choose highly visible, socially important areas to leave their messages. And your couch, where you hang out, or the whole family scent is concentrated, is basically the town square of your home. It's the community bulletin board. There is no better place to post a message for everyone to see and smell. Now, to really, truly get why that couch is so important, we have to step outside of our limited human senses for a minute. We need to try to experience your home the way your cat does, through a set of super senses that paint a completely different picture of reality. Let's just start with their sense of smell. I mean, this comparison is staggering. We've got about 5 million scent receptors. A cat? They have up to 200 million. So to them, your house isn't just a collection of objects. It is a living, breathing map of smells, where every surface tells a story about who's been there, when they were there, and even what they were feeling. And then there's their hearing. We humans tap out at around 20 kilohertz. Cats can hear all the way up to 65. That means your quiet home is to them a constant symphony of high-frequency sounds you're completely oblivious to. The buzz from your phone charger, the hum of the refrigerator, the ultrasonic chatter of pests in the walls. They hear it all. And that centrally located couch, it's the perfect acoustic listening post. Okay, and this is where we need to lean in and pay very close attention. Because while most scratching is totally normal, sometimes a change in that behavior isn't just a message, it's a distress signal. It can be a genuine cry for help that, unfortunately, many of us miss. So, veterinary behaviorists tell us to watch for these 5 red flags. 1, a sudden dramatic increase in how much or how hard they're scratching. 2, a new habit of scratching a ton in the middle of the night. 3, an obsessive focus on just one single spot. 4, if they start meowing or yowling while they scratch. And 5, if they scratch and then immediately bolt and hide. Any of these could be a sign that something is wrong. And before you assume it's behavioral, you have to consider their health. A sudden change in scratching can absolutely be a sign of hidden pain. Things like arthritis, which can affect up to 90% of older cats, might make them scratch more to try and stretch out sore joints. Other things like hyperthyroidism, skin problems, or even dental pain can all bubble up to the surface as a change in scratching habits. This brings us to probably the biggest mistake we make. Our typical reaction, punishment, is the absolute worst thing we can do. You see, when you yell or spray a cat with water, they don't think, oh, I shouldn't scratch the couch. They think, my human is scary and unpredictable. This makes them feel anxious and insecure, which makes their instinct to mark their territory even stronger to try and feel safe again. You get more mad, they sense your stress, and the scratching gets worse. It's a vicious cycle. So if punishing them just makes it worse, what actually works? Well, the answer is a science-backed approach called strategic environmental enrichment. And here's the game-changing idea. You can't stop a cat from scratching. It's a core need. So instead of fighting that instinct, you have to work with it and cleverly redirect that behavior somewhere you're both happy with. Here are 5 strategies that actually work. Number 1 is intelligent redirection. This means you get a tall, sturdy scratching post, one that doesn't wobble, and you put it right next to the furniture they're already hitting. You're giving them a better option. 2 is sensory enrichment. Cat trees, window perches, things that let them climb and survey their kingdom. 3, structured play. Just 15 minutes a day with a wand toy can burn off the stress that leads to destructive scratching. 4, protective modification. While they're learning, you can temporarily cover the couch arm with double-sided tape or a blanket. And finally, continuous monitoring. Pay attention, see what your cat likes, and adjust your strategy. And believe me, this approach gets results. Take Oliver, a cat who had already shredded 3 couches. His owner, Sarah, finally realized his scratching was driven by anxiety. So she put scratching posts in all the key spots and started a daily play routine. In just 3 weeks, the couch scratching dropped by over 70%. She didn't punish the behavior, she solved the need behind it. And that's really what this all comes down to. This is the big mental shift we all need to make. Your cat isn't tearing down your house out of malice. They are actively trying to build a shared home with you. They are weaving their scent, their identity, into the very fabric of the life you share. They're building a home with you. So the next time you see a new scratch mark, try not to see destruction. Try to see a message. Your cat has been talking this entire time, and now you finally have the dictionary to understand what they've been trying so hard to say. The only question is, are you ready to listen?
Before you go, remember this. Your cat is doing something right now that most owners completely miss. At Feline Frontier, we don't just share cute cat facts, we uncover the hidden meanings, the quiet signals, and the strange behaviors your cat uses every single day to communicate with you. From the sounds that instantly calm a stressed cat, to the tiny habits that prove they trust you, to the mistakes that silently hurt them more than you realize. Everything here is designed to help you understand your cat on a deeper level. So if you've ever looked at your cat and thought, "What are you really trying to tell me?" You're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe to Feline Frontier, because the next video might explain something your cat has been waiting years for you to understand. See you in the next frontier of feline truth.